Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Davin Villalpando, and today I'm sitting down with Cooper Matisse. He's one of my athletes who's made some huge strides throughout his development. And today we're just going to talk about, where he started, the results he's seen, the changes he's made, and what it's actually like to be inside the program. So, first off, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everyone a little bit about who you are.
What's going on? I'm Cooper. I'm a pitcher out at Austin College. It's a little D3 up in North Texas. Uh, Kind of just struggled real early in my college career. And so I went to school with Davin, saw he was doing a pitching program. And like I've always been kind of on the fence about like all the online stuff. But I was like, might as well give it a shot. So I reached out to him. And honestly, I feel like from there, I've just made great strides.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great to hear. I appreciate kind words and all that. So, before we started working together, where were you as a pitcher?
I mean, like, I was struggling hard. Like wasn't throwing hard, wasn't spotting up. Might throw a good like breaker in there. So like I was trying to just get a hold of someone who I felt like can kind of push me in the right direction.
Yeah, and I know you kind of touched on that, but what did your training look like before, and what was the biggest thing kind of holding you back with that?
I mean, I think the biggest thing was just like no schedule at all. Honestly, like I didn't really have a routine. I wasn't really like didn't really have a lot of intention behind what I was trying to do. Um, and then yeah, that was really it. Just like not a whole lot of purpose behind all my training.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. And so once we started to like assess everything, and when you jumped inside of the program, like what did you realize were like some of the biggest areas that needed improvement?
Definitely my lower half, just like my whole body being in sync. I was leaking out forward a lot and not really staying close, and like my legs were just so disconnected from the top half of my body that you really kind of opened my eyes and kind of get me on that right path for that.
Yeah, and what with like the lower half, like where in like specifically in pitching do you think that was kind of holding you back from a little bit, like the velo side, you would say?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like the arm path was there and all that. I just didn't have the legs to kind of build that momentum and keep the whole like kinetic train, driving through there. So.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So, throughout this process, what specific adjustments did you end up making with the lower half, with your mechanics, with the strength, all that kind of stuff to end up, getting the results that you wanted to see?
I mean, the biggest thing that really helped me was just like making sure my hips were nice and loose every day, having a good routine for those, and then just trying to think about really just riding the slope down and keeping that knee pointed either like just kind of just behind my body for the most part and trying to, rip through
And were those
aggressive.
adjustments pretty easy to make as time went on, or was it like
Yeah.
a struggle at the beginning?
I mean, definitely in the beginning, it was something that like I just had to get used to. It wasn't really a position I was used to being in. But now kind of like as I've progressed and, kept doing the same drills, kept like just getting further down that line, they've been a lot easier.
Yeah, yeah. So since joining the program, what have been some of the biggest results you've seen?
I mean, my velo's ticked up like I would say probably about 7 miles an hour right now consistently, and like that's such a big thing for me. I mean, every time I'm on the gun now, I'm seeing a higher number than I have before, and I just think that's like awesome. Um, my command, it's there too. Like with my mechanics being a lot better now and staying just how I'm supposed to be, everything's just like there now. I feel more efficient. My arm health feels a lot better. Throwing harder, throwing more strikes, spinning the
Absolutely.
ball better, everything.
Great, great. And what achievements from this program and even like not even from this program, but what you've done, like are you most proud of since joining the program?
Man, like I don't know. I think it's really just like what I've taken away is that I put in the work to be confident in myself, and like I know that I can go out there and compete on whatever stage I'm put in.
100%. And that's exactly what I kind of wanted for you too, is definitely that confidence piece and going out there and trusting your stuff. So, for someone who is watching this video that has never worked with an online coach before, what is it actually like being inside a program that's, remote based?
I mean, like at first, the idea of signing up for it is scary. You're giving some dude that you may not know that well, who's not really, you're not seeing him, every week, at a certain time, and you're just giving him some money or whatever. So it's kind of scary on that. But like as soon as you sign up, like it's worth it totally. I mean, if I got a question about anything mechanically or just, like mentally, I get a response almost immediately as soon as I send a text, like there's no waiting. I just think that you have everything in front of you. You got videos telling you what to do. Like everything's there for you to be successful. You just got to sign up and do it, really.
And how has like the structured plan benefited you?
I mean, me personally, like it's just my whole day is laid out for me pretty much like what I need to do that day, all that. And it just helps me go step by step. Like I follow it to a T pretty much. And doing that has just like allowed my gains to be just a lot like quicker than they were in the past where I was just going out there and throwing with no idea what I was doing out there.
100%. And what do you think separates this specific program from like others like, bigger programs or bigger company names? Like what do you think is the biggest separator from that?
I think it's just the personal touch, like everything that all my problems have been, personally like identified and tagged as like compared to like those bigger companies, it's just they got a program and they're going to put you on that program. If it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like this program I feel like is there to help me like achieve what I need to achieve on a personal like level. It's more personalized.
Absolutely. And based on your experience, who do you think this program would benefit? And who would benefit from this program the most?
I mean, I think it's really the guys that just want to get after it and get those gains. They want to have a good connection with their coach, and they want to feel like they're heard in their training and stuff like that. I feel like those are the guys that would benefit the most from this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And would who and like what kind of pitchers would you recommend to this program, and would you recommend this program to other pitchers?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely recommend it to it. I think, uh, really this program's just best for the guys that, need that structure. Like that's really it. That's all I kind
Mhm.
of see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so before joining, obviously you touched on it a little bit, but what were like the hesitations and concerns about like online training?
I mean, the biggest thing is that there's not someone directly in front of me telling me like this is what you need to do, this is like how you need to fix it. Like I did in-person coaching in the past, and that was kind of the biggest thing that helped me out then was like, there's a guy who's right there telling me what I need to do. So I was like kind of skeptical about that with the online training, is like this dude talking to me on the phone or like, showing me videos really going to be able to like get the results that I want.
Yeah, and how has that opinion kind of changed since being a part of the program?
I mean, honestly, like it's I think I really like it because you did give me a video and like if I'm like, oh, this video doesn't really like explain what like I'm not really getting it, then you break it down even further to a point where like I can repeat it over and over again, or like it's easy to access for me to just go over and over again until like I got it down.
Yeah, 100%. So would you say it's more of like obviously the personal connection, but you're still getting constant coaching, whether or rather than like
Yeah,
that one-on-one in-person coaching, you're usually going, once a week. This is continuous and you're getting that continuously every day. Would you say that's pretty accurate there?
yeah. I mean, exactly. Like it's literally 24/7 around the clock. Like you have access to me, I have access to you type deal.
Awesome. Awesome. And if there's a pitcher watching this right now who's on the fence about joining, or, they're watching this with their parents, what would you say to them?
I mean, I would say just commit to it. Like if you stick to the process right here, like you got it. Like where I was at before I joined to where I'm at now is just like two completely different ball players, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm like I said, I am super proud of what I've been able to see for out of you and kind of sticking with this because that's big. That's big and what you've been able to accomplish. So, before we wrap things up, is there anything that we haven't talked about that you'd like to share about your experience?
Nah, man, just all the DV pitching community go
Yeah.
out there and grind. You know what it
Yep.
is.
Come on. And then just so, if anyone wants to reach out to you or ask you any questions, where can they find you? Like what's a good Instagram handle? What's all that?
Yeah, just Cooper Matisse at Instagram. On
Yeah.
Instagram, you'll find me.
Yeah, and I'll go ahead and link that. So, Cooper, I appreciate you taking the time today. It's been
Uh,
awesome watching your progress, seeing the work you put in. If you're someone that's watching this, again, if you're wanting the results, if you're wanting a guaranteed result, you can always DM me on Instagram, the keyword 85 on Instagram at DV Pitching, and we'll have a conversation, see where you're at, and determine if you're a good fit. So, if you truly want the gains like Cooper, go ahead and get signed up or schedule a call. So, like I said, Cooper, I really appreciate your kind words today and kind of coming
Yep.
out
Thank you
and,
for
and
having
talking
me,
about
bro.
your experience. So, yeah, man, appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man.
Awesome.